Hi everyone, my name's Ronnie. For those who don't know, what I'm trying to achieve is something called the 10,000 hours experiment. And basically this video is just to outline what that exactly is, for some people who don't know, or some people just tuning into sort of a page and stuff like that, just to provide a bit more what it actually is. So I basically created, start of this year, something called the 10,000 hours experiment. And basically what that is there was a guy called Dr Anders Ericsson who wrote a book called Peak Performance, and basically he studied lots and lots of athletes and lots of different people in fields to try and determine what makes someone a true sort of expert in their field, basically. And he did that, and he sort of collated that in his book, which I sort of happened to read and stumble across. And I've always been fascinated with sports and sports science and athletes and stuff like that, and becoming a professional. And I've always wanted to myself. I've never sort of been anything good at particularly anything enough that I felt that I could go and do that. Always been a dream of mine. So what I decided to do is create a sort of an experiment that goes in line with sort of my ultimate dream, and also a scientific way to do it as well, and track it the whole way. So basically, this gentleman wrote this book, Dr. Anders Ericsson, called Peak, which basically he said it takes a certain amount of hours deliberate practice, which basically means it's not just, in dart sense, throwing the darts at a board. It's actually doing scheduled, focused practice, working on specific things, specific goals to improve your performance, and obviously going from there, not just mindlessly practicing your techniques and things like that. So he sort of created that, but then there was a couple of other people who wrote other books based on his research, and they came up with a rule called the sort of 10,000 hours rule, but they misinterpreted it. So they basically said, because there was examples of people doing 10,000 hours in his experiments and stuff like that, he was misinterpreted. So people wrote books such as Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell book, and a couple of others sort of basically said, oh, there's a rule that if you do 10,000 hours of something, you will be a true expert in it. And what I'm trying to do is disprove what the other people have said about the 10,000 hours rule, that it doesn't exist. It doesn't take, if you just do 10,000 hours at something, that's not going to make you an expert. It has to be very specified, very focused on what you're doing. So I created the 10,000 hours experiment in darts. So my aim is to I've started at the start of this year, and you can look back on my page and follow my sort of journey basically from day one, of a sort of standard of a 45 average dart player, where your pub's sort of standard, and now I'm trying to grow that and log the whole way, to get within, my view is it will take around 5,000 hours or thereabouts to get to top 50 professional in the world. Now people may think that's ridiculous, or that can't happen. It may take me 10,000 hours total, which is a long time. It may not happen at all. But the fact is that this page and my journey is to document the whole thing and use it from a sports science point of view to track and measure and work out where it goes wrong, or does it actually mean someone's got to be particularly talented at something, or can anyone average with the right practice and the right determination go and achieve it? That's what I aim to prove with the 10,000 experiment. So this is a more of the boring videos, trying to explain exactly what I'm trying to do, and so far it's going well. I mean, I'm a year in so far. I'm at just over the 550 hour mark, and I'm doing well. I'm a consistent 65, between 65 and 75 average, which is ahead of where I expected to be at this point. So I'm going to the PDCQ school, not necessarily to gain my tour card, but also to make sure I get onto the challenge tour, and also learn a lot of things about what the pros are doing, what the people who I want to get to are doing, and really just go with the journey, see where it takes me. I want to learn from everyone as I can on the way, but I'd love you to join me on my journey, trying to become a professional darts player and get to, I'd love to be #1 in the world. Will that happen? We'll see. We'll see how well I can do this experiment and what it actually takes to get there. And even if I don't get even to the top 50 in the 10,000 hours or the 5,000 hours, which I think it will be, I think it would be great for people to see, look, this is what you can do to get to this standard in a year, or this what actually really helped me jump up my level. For anyone out there who wants to improve, no matter what level you are, you might pick up something from anyone who's in that field. So I wish you all looking at it, and hope you enjoy what I'm doing. And if you don't, let me know. If you do, let me know. I'd love to hear any ideas anyone's got and any way I can improve. But at the moment, just trying to live the dream and complete the 10,000 hours experiment. Thanks.